Alright, welcome back to another Temptation Resort vlog.
Woo!
Today we are coming at you with the 5 worst things about Temptations. And let me just preface this with saying this was not an easy vlog for us to make or come up with, because we love so many things about this resort that it's kind of hard to find the worst things. But we came up with 5.
Yeah, like she said, it was hard because we don't want to talk bad about this place.
Yeah.
And don't let any of these discourage you from coming.
Exactly.
All of the pros outweigh the cons.
100%.
100%.
It's definitely really good to know everything that you can about this resort before you come, because this is not a resort like any other, at least that we've been to.
And I wish that we would have had these videos before we came on our first time, because we would have been so much more prepared and so much more ready to go.
Yes. So we want you guys to be as prepared as we wish we were. We're gonna start with number 1. One of the worst things, I guess, alright, you're drinking all day. What is the one thing that you really want late at night? What do you want late at night, Brittany?
Another drink?
Another drink and some drunk munchies, right? So when it gets to be about midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., you got the option of about 1 bar left, and that bar is incredibly crowded.
So crowded, everyone flocks to that bar.
Yeah, it took us 20 minutes to just get 1 drink and a water towards the end of the party last night, because we were we tried all the other bars that we knew about, but none of them were open that
late. We were holding up the finger, we were like, hey,
hello, and they're
nothing. Well, they weren't like that, but they were just yeah, we got these 20 other people in front of you, and I'm like,
oh, I meant of the closed bars, the people that were popping,
yeah.
they were yeah, no, we're closed, no, we're closed.
I thought you meant the one that we were waiting for.
No. They we could, it was kind of hard to get to the line of that one. The other bars were all nope, there's just that one left. So
that kind of sucks.
Yeah, and the food at the restaurants are so good that we just wish that we were able to get really good food late at night, because all you really have is the room service food. And if you've watched our other vlogs, you know that it's not good. Literally the cheesecake we had that one year, I didn't even want to try it. No,
don't do it.
Don't
save yourself.
Save yourself the
service.
I can't even say if it would make you sick or not, because we just couldn't even stomach it to eat it to know if that.
Save the calories from that 1 bite before you puke about.
Yeah, no, just honestly not good. So
I just wish that Temptations would offer the same quality of food all the time, because food that you get at the actual restaurants like Romanza, Sutra, Seaflirt, and all the other restaurants are so good quality, restaurant style quality. But then in the morning, we have different opinions, at least on the buffet. I am not a huge fan of the buffet. I think it's average. I think it's better than definitely the room service, but I don't think it's that great. I get it, you're saving for the masses, you're trying to get all these drunk people sobered up from the hangover, so I get it, but I just feel I just wish it was all in the same quality, because it would make this resort next tier, in my opinion.
Exactly. And for us not rich people, we are spending a lot to be here, and let's not pretend that we can each eat $200 worth of food in a day. So we're hoping that the food that we are eating is top quality. So I just wish it could be all day, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
That's just our number 1.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Okay. So if you see these bracelets on our wrists, we are bottom of the barrel. Yes.
Lowest of the low.
We got the cheapest room here.
You have whale poop, and then there's you.
And then there's you.
Sorry, all the TikToks, all the memes.
It's done. So, and we still paid $400 a night for this room, which I think is a lot of money, but apparently that's not a lot of money.
Compared to the penthouses, you're not crap.
a person a night. That's mind-blowing to me. I'd love to be that rich one day to afford that, but I'm not. But the thing is if you are kind of bottom tier, you don't get the same luxuries as the premier guests.
You don't get the same amount of attention.
Yeah, even say from the playmakers, or from there's access to a whole different part of the beach. There is premier only areas. There's premier only bars. And it's just well, man, I still felt I spent a lot of money to get here, and now I have to spend more money to really get the full run of the resort. I just think that's a little meh. Maybe that's just poor us talking, because I'm sure a lot of people come here have a lot of money, but if you are,
and I get why they do it, because these people are reoccurring, they're coming back, they're spending a lot of money, but at the same time, it's if Like, we would love to be able to talk with, like, the playmakers more often. Like, all the playmakers are all focused on the people at the cabanas and all those people. And I'm kind of like, hey, like, come talk to me.
Yeah,
like I would love to know, like, your experience. And, like, let's have fun.
Yeah, exactly. But that is, they get this special treatment. Which, from a business perspective, of course, we understand, like, we're gonna offer this other thing so people pay more money to get this, but like
it just seems more apparent this year. Last year I don't remember us having this problem. I felt like Barbie, loved her. She was great.
The playmakers all just love this last year.
Yeah. But versus like this year I'm kind of like, okay, we definitely see the favoritism. So I don't know, maybe you guys put in the comments if like if you guys don't feel like that, if you've been here before, or if it's always been like that, because from this year to last year, it's night and day almost.
It's our first time noticing it, and it's just kind of like, well, it's a little lame, but
and who knows, maybe you won't have that problem.
Maybe you won't. This is just, I mean, all of this is our opinion for this vlog, of course, but we're just sharing it with you because, like we said, you'd want to know. All right, and kind of piggybacking off that into number 3, they really peer pressure you into that timeshare presentation. And like the thing was this year, it's like we got suckered into it last year. We basically thought it was unavoidable. They told us it was a tour. It was not a tour.
They were like, oh, like come see all of our new amenities because we just like renovated and like come see like this and see like, and we're like, of course we want to take a tour. We want to do it for you guys so you guys can see everything. Yes. Little did we know.
We didn't really get a tour. We got a tour of one other like room that we couldn't afford because we spent all our money getting here already. Yeah. So when we got here this time, we were like, we're not gonna be offered this tour because we already did that. And we were standing in line to check in, and some lady comes up to us and she was like, first time here, and I was like, no, it's our second time. She was like, okay, and she just took our name. She had like a clipboard or something.
She checked us in.
Yeah, and then the person then at the desk, when we got up to the desk to like fill out all the paperwork and get our bracelets and stuff, they like were like, okay, somebody is going to show you like how to make reservations for like restaurants and where to get your COVID test. Yeah, so I was like, okay, cool, let's get a quick rundown. If things have changed, that'll be good to know. Yeah. So we turn around, it's one of the women that are dressed up all fancy.
What are like the concierge, like
concierge type women. So she took us to this table outside and we sat down. And it was in the same seats when we started the timeshare presentation last year, and I was like, wait a minute. I thought you were taking us to our room because we just got our room number. And so then it seemed like, I guess she didn't communicate to the other people that it was our second time here, not our first time. And so then she started telling us about all the premier access and this and this and I'm like, we're not, this is not, and she's like, oh, well, don't worry, like, there's not, like, pressure, and I'm like, I'm feeling pressured right now.
Yeah, it was just like, there's, like, no pressure, but at the same time, like, what time do you want to do this? Like,
yeah, she was like, so are you more breakfast people or lunch people tomorrow? And, like, we already, like, gave up a few hours of our time the last time we were here to do this tour, and I'm like, we're not spending 90 grand on a timeshare presentation.
And I'm glad that we didn't like do it. I'm glad we kind of stood our ground. It took us a couple times to be like, no, we're like not doing this because like it's raining here today. It's you know, I mean, like, so we're already losing good partying hours.
Exactly. We want to be partying all the time.
Yeah. And last year it was fully sunny, and I felt like we missed out on some crazy adventures.
Exactly.
From like
because we had to be
doing that for like 3-4 hours.
No, I can't afford this. No, I'm not gonna spend this. No.
And once you actually get into like the timeshare thing, it's even harder to say no. Because
so like make sure you say no, but like just don't let them take you to breakfast.
They will bring
no to the breakfast.
They will bring 3 people up to you to try to sell you the timeshare.
They're gonna make you cross things. They're gonna cross out numbers and write lower numbers next to it, and then be like, well, what if it was only $1? And I'm like, well, if it was $1, then sure, but it's not $1. It's about $89,999 more. Yeah. And I just don't have that. So it is, you gotta be like adamant about it. Don't like obviously be nice about it, but you gotta stand your ground and be like, no, I'm okay. Thank you though. Just thank you. You know,
thank you. We're here for one time. Yeah. You know, even if it's not true, like we plan on coming back. Even if it's not true.
Yeah,
we're only here one time.
You could, I mean, even to make it easier, you can be like, oh, sorry, like I have an excursion at that time. Like, we have a lot of plans already, but I do appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah. Just stand your ground. They can't force you to do it, obviously. They just make it really hard to say no.
And if it's your first time, don't put down $20.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Watch the other vlog. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Let's talk about the price of everything extra at this resort. Like, once you get here, oh my God, it's kind of crazy. Like in actuality,
ridiculous.
like double the price of things in the United States, even, and this is Mexico, where things are usually cheaper.
Like we got conned into it a little bit last year because she forgot sunscreen. I didn't have an extra sunscreen. Not that she couldn't use mine, but it was just like, you know, we needed 2 basically.
Yes. I broke my sunglasses And I was like, oh, like I just maybe I'll get like a cheap pair of some like plastic sunglasses.
Like $5 in like the US.
Yes,
like, you know
like
what I mean?
the bottom of the barrel, like Walmart sunglasses, right? They were $27 for like cheap, breakable little plastic. The sunscreen, $35.
Yeah.
If we were looking on the TV at things that like you can buy, like you want a bottle of hairspray, a little bottle of hairspray, $10. You want a little tiny bag of Lay's chips, $11.
To get your clothes clean, if you're here for a long amount of time, I think you're just a pair of underwear was like $11.
Yeah.
T-shirts were like
$35 per shirt.
And sweatshirts were like
$50.
Yeah, like $60,
That's
something like
the price
that.
of a whole new sweatshirt.
Like I'll just buy a whole new sweatshirt. But then again, if you buy a whole new sweatshirt, that's like $100 in their store.
For clothing, it's all like just make sure you come here with everything that you need. If you are like, I'll just buy a theme outfit there because they do sell theme night outfits at the store.
Right.
You're gonna spend a few $100s.
If not, like you try to find it before you even come. If you're like, crap, I forgot something, go find it somewhere else because I guarantee taking a taxi or a bus or wherever,
it's still gonna be cheaper.
It's way cheaper
than buying something here.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. I mean, hey, if you're rich, as we said before, go for it. But I'm really not trying to spend hundreds of extra dollars on things that I could get for a few dollars anywhere else.
Yeah.
Like I I lost my cup that I got here last year and I didn't have enough space to pack a new one. But instead of spending like $30, $40 here on a cup, we walked right next door, like literally don't even have to cross the street.
Yeah.
It's the next building over. It's called like the mini market. I'll put a little Google Maps screenshot of it here. But I went over there and I bought a brand new cup, which is the same exact cup as the ones they sell here for $9.
And you know, I thought it was gonna be like a long walk and I really want to. They also have a Starbucks like right next door.
Yeah.
If you want to get like a Starbucks cup, because that's where I originally, but like the walk is not bad at all.
Don't
Like
even have to cross the street.
Literally like maybe like 7-minute walk, if that.
Yeah, if that, yeah. So I think even like Advil, they were selling like a few little tablets of Advil for like $15, and I'm just like, no, like God, what if I was hungover?
But I guess if you're in a pinch, you'll pay for anything, and they know that.
Yeah.
They're profiting off of you, hoping to forget that you forgot something.
Yeah. All right, and our fifth worst thing about temptation would be, and honestly, I guess it really depends on the people that you meet at the time that you're here. I just feel like this happened a lot more to us this time than last time. But like, I mean, this is a resort that has every type of person, like single people, couple people, married people, swingers, like everything in between, right?
Yeah.
And that's awesome because everybody's accepted here, and we love that.
Yes.
But there are, of course, just like anywhere, I guess, but people assume things about you, like especially if they're drinking and like their minds aren't fully there, they might just assume you're into that lifestyle and assume you're down for anything, or assume that you're down to hook up with couples, and will just come up on you and like grab you and like pull you in, and we're like,
hey, like that's not us, like
please
you know,
don't touch me, like that. Most people ask first, they really do. But there are some people, and especially after drinking for hours, that just make assumptions about you, like, oh, you're here to like hook up with couples, and I'm like, no, like I'm here to party. Like we just came to like party and have a good time.
Like I just want to drink and get drunk with my best friend, run around the resort, and like go to bed.
We're together, and I'm like, what do
honey,
do we look like a couple?
You would be the man in the relationship.
I would be. These guns, watch this flower bloom. Sorry, but even though I would look great in a bucket hat and a suit, I know I would. It's still.
But I mean, that kind of worked in our favor though, because at least if when people assumed they stopped coming to talk to like you know what I mean, like in that way.
But like you said, most people do. We maybe had like an experience a day, but don't let that deter you. Just kind of keep your guard up. You know that just like I guess
wits about you.
Yeah, like look around, and if people are coming up to you in the pool, they have that like hazy look in their eyes. They maybe got a little too wasted during the day. Just kind of be like shoulders back. I guess this is more for women. I don't really think this happens to guys that much.
Well, it might, because there are girls that get a little too drunk and they just start like
That's true.
They just start like
we did watch that happen.
Yeah.
With that girl with the lipstick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where she just like starts like making out with people.
Started making out with this couple, and we were like, they did not look comfortable with it, but they were like, okay, we're already into it.
And luckily, there are good people that will come in and kind of like step in.
Yes,
like, we have a couple like cool people that we met here that like they could tell like me and her were uncomfortable, and then like you know,
then they'll step in. So it's like that's really nice when people do that.
So like don't, if you're coming alone, don't let that discourage you and be like, oh, all I'm gonna do is get hit on by like weirdos. You know what I mean? Luckily we have each other and we're able to crab walk and do everything.
Yes, we crab walk in front of people. Be like no.
We're able to be like, hey, like you know, like come save me, and like it doesn't get like out of hands. But don't let it like you coming here alone. If you do, don't let that deteriorate, because there are good people here.
Absolutely. But yeah, I'd say those are the 5. Those were really all we could think about, because we love this resort. We love it so much.
So much. And like we said, don't let what we're saying discourage you. We're just trying to prepare you as much as possible.
So
please come. We love this resort, and hopefully maybe we'll see you here one day.
Yeah. Shout out to all the people I recognize from the vlogs, by the way.
Come say hi to us.
Say hi if you see us here.
We loved
this place. All right. But Brittany, I think it's party o'clock, right?
Wait, do you hear that?
That sounds like
it sounds like
Pitbull. It sounds like
party. We're gonna go party and catch us on our next vlog where we do our craziest stories. Maybe we'll make a crazy story right now.
Yeah, we're gonna go do that. Let's go have some fun.
Hey!
So funny story. We're booking another night.
Our flight got canceled.
So
So
we're booking another night. Yeah.